Alright then, since you've been released, you will go to the Royal Gardens. The Queen is over there at the moment. Speak to her freely. Your items will be returning to you if, and only if, the Queen decides to release you. Currently, you're still under our custody. You can feel free walking around the castle. I mean, I don't really mind. We're having our eyes on you. Any wrong move, and you die.
Okay,
Gosh.
sexy.
Why are you so small? There we go. That's it. Okay, and she tells you that the gardens are actually this way. And she kind of points out towards you.
She
Yeah,
said we could go anywhere.
As you walk forward, you can see the doors, and these doors are barred. There's a small opening in the door, and you can see guards standing there, and it's the outside of the castle.
She said I could go anywhere.
In the castle.
Inside the castle. Yeah. He means the front door.
You want to go out?
Come on, you losers. You're taking your time.
Alright, to the gardens.
You kind of enter the little hallway. The gardens appear in front of you. You can smell the flowers, and you can hear the trees and birds singing as the gardens are revealed in front of you.
How nice. Do we
Some
recognize
guards
the
are posted
queen?
around. You recognize what?
Do we recognize the queen anywhere? Can we see her?
Currently, no. You're walking around the gardens. You can see people talking around. Most of them are nobles or lords or people that work in a castle. You
Do
can see a
I
lady over here
recognize them?
singing. You do recognize a few of them from balls you've been in. You've never actually been acquainted with them too much.
True.
You can hear a lady playing her little lute over there.
Witcher music, though.
I
I casually
keep
bow
going.
towards the lords of courtesy.
They kind of bow back to you with courtesy and continue with their conversations. And
I keep going. Is there like a jester doing parlor tricks down here?
yeah, you see kind of a small stage, and there's people watching a jester doing his kind of tricks. And
Is he a
stuff, and
dragonborn?
He's not a dragonborn, no. He's actually a halfling, which is uncommon in this areas. You can only see humans, half-elves, and such in here. You don't really see any halflings. It's the first halfling you see.
Stereotyping the midgets as court jesters.
And as you walk by, you can see this lady over here, which
Oh,
sitting on a throne, kind of.
I want her sword. Oh, is that who's to the left? There just some nobles.
On the left
Okay.
is some person also standing there, and they're both eyeing you kind of weirdly as well.
Is the
Is this-
old lady is the queen?
Are these like flame braziers or something? Just pits
Yeah,
of
they're
fire?
braziers kind of flaming. They're actually floating.
Do I know who she is?
At what height
You
are
do
they
recognize
floating?
her. They're floating above head height.
So I guess she's
How
the
much
queen?
above head height?
Not too much. It's they're like 2 meters over the ground.
Okay.
Alright, I scuffle my way through the crowd, go in front of the party, kneel before the throne and say, "My queen, it is lovely to see you."
And you
Just for your entertainment, the queen is now revealed underneath. This is what she looks like. She's fairly young. Very young for you. You don't really see much.
Siri.
No, it's not Siri actually. It's somebody else that I found. Never mind.
I am truly sorry about your father. I heard he fought valiantly on the battlefield.
I thank you for your courtesy. And welcome to my gardens.
Can I ask her a question? Or
Yes,
talk
you
to her?
can.
It killed my voice, so I'm gonna use my regular voice. Sorry.
That's fine.
My fair lady, why have we been arrested? None of us have done anything wrong.
You have been found in the presence of either suspicious people or people we were looking for. Some of you have been, well, disguised as deserters or art deserters. And quite frankly, with the late problems in diplomatic communities with other nations, we are being careful. I do apologize if you have been wrongly accused. And if you hand over the stone, which you can take back afterwards. I don't need it. I just need it for a few seconds. I will give you something which might help you to pardon you.
I look at Kell and shaking my head.
I kick him in the back of the knee and go, "Well, give it a stone, sweetheart."
You can roll insight to see if she's telling the truth or not. If she will
Yeah,
release you
I
or
will
not.
do that.
Yeah, I would like to say,
I also-
well, you are the queen. You can't just pardon us if you decide to do so.
Yeah, it sounds like
I
you're
want to know
trying
if she's,
to...
how truthful she's being in everything she said.
She's very truthful, but she seems to be concerned as the fact that the stone has been found over here, even though she thought it was an Anna rock. She seems to be very eager to hold the stone, but she's telling the truth. Completely.
Okay, and I show her the stone? Or give it to her?
She grabs it and plays the stone. You can hear whatever you heard in the cell again. You can see her trying to hold up tears, kind of poorly actually, and tear does drop by. She turns the stone around, cuts her finger on one of the edges, drops of blood, and the stone opens up. Within it there's a small bluish crystal which actually puts a shine. She takes the crystal, closes the stone, and gives you the stone back. This will be worth a few hundreds. You can sell it.
So what she's giving it back, is that useful?
It's the casing. Yes, the casing is made out of fine metal and it's kind of magic proof. You can
But
put
it's
something in
not-
it and it can't
The
break.
message was in that crystal, I take it.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't do anything anymore.
The stone right now is kind of a case where you can put something small in it and it will never break.
Probably half decent at smacking someone on the head with as well. Push comes
Yes.
to shove.
So it's
Yeah, I
kind
was
of a
about
metal
to say
thing.
you can use it like a knuckle duster.
She kind of looks at you and says, well, since you're already here, and I do have knights patrolling in other nations, how are you thinking about acquiring a job? Of course, I will pay you handsomely. 1,000 gold each. How does that
What?
sound?
I lied to
I'd,
him.
I'd like the
Depends
stone
on the
back that
job.
you promised, to be honest.
I gave you back the stone.
You gave me back the casing, you've kept the stone.
That is the stone. The crystal itself is a memory crystal. You have no use to it unless you know how to open it or use it, which is only usable by a blood of the person who used the stone.
But you said you'd hand it back.
I will once I open it.
I take a hand on Kell and say, "Listen, you are talking to a queen here. Listen
Yeah,
to
a
her
queen
I'm
words
like,
of wisdom."
A queen whose father conscripted me in the army and got my brother killed. I don't particularly like her.
I shout,
These
"Stop
are
with
dark
this
times.
nonsense. Just give us our weapons back and let us get out of this shithole."
You are not interested in 1,000 gold each for a simple task?
My lady, 1,000 would...
I said to her,
It's too kind of you.
A simple
But of
task
course, this
makes us killed.
Of course, this my brand trapper of adventurers here will happily do the task for you.
One of you seems to have a small problem, and she eyes Thorin.
If getting out of here with our weapons means that we have to accept your task, so be it. I'll accept your task.
Very well.
At least one
She
agrees
kind
with
of-
me. Now, underlings, do we all agree?
I agree.
Who are you calling your underlings?
Shush you. I will talk about this later.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I will partake on the quest, though.
Very well. She kind of looks above you and looks at the half-orc in the back. And you, big guy?
Money good. Will help.
Very good. She kind of stands up and puts something from one of her pockets in the side. It looks like a little note, like a parchment. She puts the crystal in it, closes the parchment, and you can see blue light kind of emanates from it. She opens the parchment again, she takes the stone and tosses it back to you, Cal. It's still glowing blue.
Thanks.
He looks at the parchment. You can see from the other side that some kind of scribing is on it, but you don't really recognize the language. None of you actually recognize the language, from what I understand.
Anyone have comprehend language?
It doesn't work here.
It doesn't.
And not on level 1, I don't think you can get it there.
Common, Elven.
It's not common, not elven, not dwarvish.
Orcish?
No. None of you actually from the party actually knows
Some
this
kind
language.
of other
Okay.
realm language.
It's gibberish.
Yes.
Okay.
She kind
Probably.
of scrolls it back up, puts it in her pocket, and gestures to the guy beside her. This is Vale. He's currently going to be the one who's going to give you the quest that you need to perform. It's a simple one. Just go to, well, you know where to lead them to. I honestly don't know where it is. And find me the second memory stone. You will receive 1,000 gold each, and you are free to go on your path from there on.
1,000 gold for a simple quest. I find it hard to believe.
You can roll insight.
Yeah. Sounds like bullshit.
What about the, while he's doing that, what about this memory stone? I hold up the crystal.
This memory stone is. I already have the information I need. You can sell it if you want it.
Roll inside.
You know
believe
shit.
that she's truly speaking the truth, and you are actually hypnotized by her trueness.
Good.
Darvon and Deshawn, you can see that her the way she speaks is in a calm manner, and she does want you to help her. You also remember that she said that most of our knights are out on errands for looking for the stone, and since you're here, needs to call them back. It will take several days. So you figure out that you might actually do this. And she does say it's kind of simple. She really thinks it is. But
Oh,
you do know
great
that most of the
queen,
information
we
goes from
live to
Vale.
serve you. Thank you for this task. Now come along.
Right, now, I walk up to the black man, who's actually black.
Exactly, that's what I said. It's going
Oh
to be a
no,
pun
there's
here
just two
somewhere.
black men, okay.
He just
I will
looks a
spell
cool
that.
black man.
Says, "Hey man, what is the quest?" No.
The quest did you need to find? There's a tavern south of the city. The tavern was to belong to the queen's father. Now the memory stone serves as a key to the front door. Now he couldn't get in because the place is magically sealed. If you use the stone to open the gate, you can get in and find the second memory stone. Now be warned, you might find a skeleton or two inside and a few traps. Keep your eyes. Her father, our late king, has been a quite old person, and he knows his way around death. Let's say it this way. You want to put it back to me in the tavern in the Hops and Dogs?
Hops and dogs.
Some balls, alright.
Who comes up with the tavern names?
You will receive your equipment as you leave the castle.
So his name is
Vale.
Vale. Same as the kingdom?
What?
I thought the elven
Kingdom.
lands were called Vale.
Yeah, it's a V-A-L-E, and they're like V-L. Yeah, Vale.
And what is
The
his
Dales,
position?
actually. The Elven, so not
Oh,
the
is it
Elven.
the
Oh, dear.
Dales? Oh, right.
Yeah.
So what's he like? His title?
You don't know, actually. He seems to be kind of he's dressed like a mercenary, but he seems to be next to the queen, so you think he's something higher than that.
Concubine.
That or a personal guardian or something.
Yeah.
He does
Yeah,
look
that
very
is him.
skilled with his weapons.
Okay. Suppose we speed this up. We'll get our equipment and set off for the
Huh? Sweet.
Right.
tavern.
Yeah, I'm just following these guys along.